How cool was it the first day to be able to play video games?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was.
What
really,
did you
really
play?
Cool. Civilization 6. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a massive game. It's something I've been wanting to play for a long time. I was able to kind of sort of play it with some different assistive technology over the last few years, but not really. And I played it like all night. I didn't sleep. It was freaking awesome. Man, I just love... I mean, I grew up being a gamer. I grew up in kind of this age. So the last 8 years, I've watched all of my friends play games that I've wanted to play. And the fact that I might be able to play some of them, like some of them are still too far out of reach for the Neuralink at this point, but not for much longer. In the next few years, I think I'll be able to play anything anyone else plays.
Halo.
So I love Halo. I'm a big Halo guy.
You going to be able to play that?
Yeah, I hope so.
Wow.
I really hope so. Yeah. That would be
So you'll
sick.
be able to play shooters like Call of Duty?
Yeah. That brings up another thing. Like, I basically have an AimBot in my head. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they'll probably have, like, different leagues for people like me because it's just not fair.
Wow. Is it that accurate?
It's that accurate. And it's faster. One thing that I found with the Neuralink is something that kind of blew my mind too, is that when I'm attempting to do stuff sometimes, or I'm thinking it to like move in a certain place, sometimes it's so good that it's moving before I even like think it to move. It's almost like if you think about moving your hand, the signal is basically already being sent before you move your hand. Like your mind is saying, okay, he's about to move his hand basically. So the signal needs to be sent all the way down and back up in order for you to move your hand. So the speed that all of that happens, and it's almost a little preemptive. I saw that with the Neuralink, where it was moving the cursor before I was actually moving my hand. Say.
Wow.
So with video games, stuff like that, you just need to think for it to move somewhere, and it is that accurate, and it's quicker than you can even think. So there's no way it's going to, like no one else is going to be able to keep up with it.
That's going to be wild for something like Quake. Like a first person, like a fast first person shooter.
Yeah.
You're running down hallways and you're just catching people and shooting them instantaneously.
Yeah. Elon Musk will have a field day. Wasn't he like one of the best Quake players in the world?
Was he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he was like one of the top Quake players in North America at one point. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
Like I know he's a gamer. I know he gets addicted to games.
Yeah.
Especially something that's that exciting. That's going to be so dope for you, man. You'll be fucking people up.
Yeah. It'll be cool. I'll just enter tournaments and I won't tell them I have the Neuralink, and I don't know how I would do it, I guess.
Yeah, but
if I'm doing it all online, like
it would
like
be
they might not
kind
be
of
able to
cool
see me.
for you to play them in a tournament.
Yeah.
Like a one-on-one tournament. And fuck up like the best players in the world. Wouldn't that be insane?
Yeah.
I bet they would play you just to see.
For sure.
Yeah, because like there's tactics and strategy, especially if you're like doing one-on-one deathmatch, where you have to know like when the health is spawning and when the weapons are spawning, how to control a map. So they'll have like a little bit of an advantage in that.
Yeah,
but
we'll
if you
see.
just can't
I'm
miss,
pretty good at video games.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good.
getting cocky.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, what about VR? Has there been any sort of interface that allows you to use like Meta's VR or Oculus?
No, not yet. I don't think so. Like a lot of what we've done is just the computer at this point. Like they're planning on doing it into phones. I did connect to a Nintendo Switch at one point. I was playing Mario Kart, and that's something that isn't like too far off as well for me to just be able to do that on my own. But that's going to be every console. I don't see why VR would be any different. I think at some point in this study they're going to do it just to see if it works. I don't see why it wouldn't at all.
The only thing that I would say is that VR actually requires physical movement. Like there's a couple games that we have.
Yeah, but if the brain is already interpreting your like motor cortex, the movement of your motor cortex, then you can just think, move this, and it'll move it in VR as well. I think it would work.
Right, but you're actually moving these handles in VR.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, you have the handles.
Well,
and
just
you're
get an Optimus robot and then have him hold the VR handles, and then you can control that.
And he's connected to you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It would be the same, yeah.
Bro. You're going to be inside that thing walking around.
Yeah.
Some Iron Man type dude.
Yeah, I've always thought if, you just give me an Optimus robot, I'll have it get one of those like baby chest carriers or something. And it can just carry me around like that. And it'll be great.
You imagine walking down the street with that? That's you'd accidentally step on people.
Did you ever watch Dave Chappelle's old like show that he did? There was a
Chappelle show, you mean?
The Chappelle show.
Yeah, I was on it a couple times.
I didn't. Sorry, I didn't.
No
know.
worries.
There was one about home stenographers, and it's basically like a little person that they carry around on one of those carriers on like their back, and it's just like a stenographer. He's typing down everything you say, and I just want something like that, like a little Optimus robot carrying me around on its back, and
like a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, something like that.
Put it right in the front, so you just like be sitting there. That's what you want.
Yeah,
you want like your head
Ooh,
on the chest, and it's just.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
What's this guy doing?
There
it is. Oh, the stenographer.
And he just reads back things.
Oh, what you said.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Really good.
I do remember that bit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would I think the future is going to be very interesting, and I think there's going to be a lot of really wild discoveries that build upon other wild discoveries and stuff like Neuralink. I'm sure there's competing companies that are doing something similar, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that like I'm pretty sure some of the people who have left Neuralink have gone and either started their own little companies or have gone to other companies that are doing something similar. I think Neuralink's advancements now are going to pull everyone else up. I think Neuralink will be at the lead for quite a while, but I don't see why companies that haven't been able to achieve what Neuralink is achieving now won't be able to do it in a year or two's time. Like, especially, like I said, because Neuralink is making everything so open source, and there's people like me out there who are just talking about it like willy-nilly, that I don't see why other companies won't, find some way to catch up over time.
No, for sure. I think with them leading the way and the fact that it's been implemented and it's been successful, and the fact that they're already improving upon the software and how yours and being able to correct issues with it. What is their timeline, like in terms of next being able to use something that allows people to move that couldn't move, restore sight? Do they have like a timeline where they think,
I don't know. I keep saying that it's all going to happen in my lifetime for sure. I keep saying that it's going to happen in the next 10 years, 20 years, where quadriplegics like me, paralyzed people, won't have to be paralyzed anymore. I have this vision of someone being paralyzed, going into the hospital, getting the Neuralink, and walking out like a day or two later, which I think is totally possible.